Hello and welcome to No Man's Sky, everybody. ElanPaul here, and we're going to be doing the Swarm Expedition. And basically, what this is going to be is, as you can see by the title, it's kind of a planning session. What does that mean? Well, as most of you know, I am a speedrunner. I speedrun a lot of the expeditions. Obviously, we cannot speedrun this expedition yet. I say that again, yet. At some point, we're going to reach 100% on that milestone inside Phase 3. And then we'll be able to speedrun this. Then we can play it from beginning to end without any delays. It'll be at 100%. We can continue on through the rest of Phase 3 without any delay, and we can finish it out. We're probably only going to have about 2 weeks to do it. Now, is that going to be difficult? Yes, of course it will. Of course, it's going to be very difficult to get it done in that kind of time. But it's not like we haven't done that before. We did have one expedition that was literally 2 weeks long. They did extend it a week at one point to give us a little extra time because they ran into some bugs and stuff like that. Big surprise there, I know. But we knew we only had 2 weeks to do it, and we were able to speedrun that expedition as well. So we're going to speedrun this. I almost promise you that's going to happen. So this is kind of a preparatory thing. A lot of folks will ask me, how many times do you run the expedition in order to try to figure it out? What I usually have is a expedition that I've completed, but not gathered all the, what's the word I'm looking for, all the rewards and everything like that. Because once you do the whole expedition, you gather all the rewards, it ends, and you go back to normal mode. I like to keep it within the expedition at that point because it allows me to go to the places that I visited and check things out, look at the space stations, see what is available in each one of those systems, to check nearby systems if there's something there that can provide me with what I'm looking for in regards to this. This one's a little bit more straightforward, but this is how I usually plan things. So I wanted to show you folks this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move my cursor over here, and I'm going to pop something onto the screen. There it is. So that's my timer, and just like any timer I use for any type of speed run, I keep that up, and I keep an eye on what I need to do. Now, I haven't done a spreadsheet on this. I know, surprising. Folks that don't know me will be like, what do you mean, spreadsheet? Yes, believe it or not, we usually get a spreadsheet going on what items we need, what, how much carbon, how much oxygen, ferrite dust, things like that. Things we can't get at a space station, what things we can get at a space station. In this particular run, we have multiple hyperspace jumps we'll have to do. If you go with the basic settings on your ship and never add an additional upgrade to the hyperspace unit in it, you will be jumping multiple times, 7, 8, 10 times, and you're going to need a lot more warp cells to do that. What do you need when you're making warp cells? You need a lot more stuff. Ferrite dust, you're going to need more condensed carbon, you're going to need more chromatic metal. So does gathering those things early on and making bunches of more warp cells make sense? Will that make it the fast enough way to do it? Or will stopping at a space station real quick that you know has a decent upgrade for 1 or 2 upgrades in, will that get you what you're looking for so you can make less warp cells? Just a few if you have to make any in order to get where you need to go. Things like that. So we take a look, most of us speedrunners take a look at every aspect of this. Zane does exceptional planning and will do spreadsheets. I have a friend of mine in the both Discord and in the No Man's Sky universe who joins the chat once in a while, Sonalita, that loves to spreadsheet the crap out of this and come up with ideas and better ways to do it, and we'll collaborate on it and talk a little bit. You also have Delta 1246. He jumps into the foray occasionally and will not usually do that, but he has a great mind for this stuff, so he'll figure things out and figure out better ways to get things done, and he'll keep in the back of his mind exactly how much he needs. Sometimes he has a little sheet of paper where some of the stuff is written out, like I need 310 carbon, I need 200 ferrite, things like that. He'll have things written out as well. Jason flies by the seat of his pants, and he just hopes that he gets enough materials to get where he's going. But we all know that. And there are many others out there. I know there's others out there that do speedrun this. I haven't run across them yet. I haven't seen them posting stuff. I've been checking Twitch. I've been checking YouTube. I haven't seen a whole lot. I know some people out there do like the speedrun. The only rule we have in speedrunning, well, 2 rules really. No mods, obviously with that same sub, if you will, to that rule is no mods, no cheating, no save scumming, things like that. The second rule is it has to be done live. You have to do it in front of a live studioed audience, or whatever you want to call it. As long as you're streaming it live, it becomes the truth of the matter that you did actually do this. We will sometimes post speed runs that we've done off camera, just to give an idea of how things can be done and how we can possibly do it if we get into a live stream. But it's always unofficial at that point. So officially we have to do it live. So let's get started. I'm going to start it from a brand new save. You can see I've got my saves in here, right? I've got my primary, my secondary, I got my Worlds 2 main save, and my latest is the Voyagers 2025 update. When it came out, I did a new save on that. Plus I did a playthrough series on it, but decided to keep the save because I really liked it. You also see I do have a Swarm community expedition. I do jump into this occasionally and run some of the missions in order to try to keep up with things. And pretty much that's about it. Other than this other save in here, this is called a no startership challenge that I did a while ago that I completed in 4 minutes. And it's a record. Me and Jason have completed that. We are both tied for that, though Jason is the winner, if you will, in regards to that. So interesting. Hang on a second here. Well, anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and get started on this and see what we can do about getting a new stage started, and we can go from there. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. And new game, we're going to do Swarm. I'm not making any adjustments, as you can see, and it even says still that we have 2 months remaining. So we got all of June, all of July to get this done, and it looks like it's going to end sometime in the first few days of August. I haven't looked at a calendar just yet, but I'm pretty sure that the first few days of August are where it starts. So you can see my timer's up on the screen. We will start that as soon as we appear. Once we go through the questions, I think. I don't think the questions count. So we're going to do the questions first. It really doesn't make a difference. I will get Weaver no matter what, because it's tied to your account. We know that much. And if a lot of you have been wondering about that, as far as the missions are concerned too, so we'll talk about accounts first. The accounts, each account will always get, the first time you get in here, it gives you what you're going to be, a Weaver, a Royal, or a Sage. Whatever you get, every time you do this, you'll get the same thing. I will get Weaver every single time because it's tied to my account. However, there are other factors, I think, personally, that I think count into this. And I think what it does is it takes into consideration the account that you're in and looks at all the achievements you've made. Maybe the different saves, it could be achievements, it could be how many words you've learned, it could be how many things you've discovered in the universe, it could be where you focus. They look at where your focus, I think, has been. Is it discovery? Is it just ships? Is it just multi-tools? Has it been base building? And when they assign you Weavers, Royals, Sages, it's based on that. I just don't know exactly how that works out and what the criteria is for judging that. So I'm not going to go very, very hard into detail because I have no way of knowing. So moving on, we're going to get this done, and I'm going to show you that no matter what I choose, I'm going to go ahead and just do hello, and we're just going to choose every first option here. Better yet, every last option. I haven't done that before. So I'm going to use everything on the right-hand side. Even if there's 4 choices, it'll be the right-hand side. And I have never chosen these before. Keep that in mind. Failing a test. I do not interfere with history. I think I chose that at one point, but that's okay. Some of these I have. They deserve to know the truth. Yes, I remember doing that. I respect Viking culture and leave them. Okay, I think I remember doing that too. Know the director can spare it. And accept the inevitable, which I've never chosen before. Let's see what it says. Look at that, Weaver. Big surprise, right, guys? Okay, begin initialization. And I start my timer. As soon as she starts talking, I start my timer.
Life support systems activated.
Okay. Same planet everybody starts on. It's a fairly decent planet. We don't. It seems to be a paradise dissident planet. I've never seen any storms. We don't have any animals wanting to eat us. There's the eyeball up there. All right, here we go. So I know we need ferrite, stuff like that, so we're going to get that. This thing's right next to me, so it probably already slapped me one time at least, but fortunately didn't register. All right, we'll just get these things. Let's get this too. So I'm going to get rid of that. So I know we need to make a refiner, and I know we need to make at least one metal plate to repair our ship. But I know I need more than that too. So I'm going to keep going with all the ferrite dust. And I know that some of this ferrite dust, people have criticized me, and they're like, hey, you know, the ferrite dust, some of these rocks have chromatic metal in them. They have like 1 or 2 chromatic metal is all you get out of them. For all the rocks that you'll dig up, you might end up with 10. I know it's 10 more than I had. But in all honesty, it really, really doesn't make that much of a difference. Okay? I need to find copper, and I need to get a whole lot more of it than that. I am going to get the condensed carbon, even though I can't get the big ones right now. I do need these little guys, because that'll give me, see, 45 already. And I'm definitely going to need some oxygen, so I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way, get close to this guy, and take the pod, and then take him out. You get more that way. You can just take what you get. Like, I got 25 that first time, and it added up to 45. So I got 19 and then 25. We need a lot of carbon. As you know, we only started it with 50%. So once we get about 180 of this, we should be able to charge our, what do you call it, our binding laser up to maximum. Now, see, these I might want to go ahead and check, because if they have, yeah, they have oxygen, which is cool, and I do need some dihydrogen, because I do have to make 1 jelly, and I can't guarantee that I'm going to run across one, so I need at least 40 of this. There we go. Okay, that's enough. I'll get the rest because it's there. It's not because I'm a completionist, it's because I just really want to grab some extra just in case I need it. Okay, depleted. How much do we have? We have plenty. So we are fully charged. So we're in good shape. I'm going to grab a little more carbon. We do have to make some carbon fibers and stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and get as much of this as I can. I figure about, if we can get about 300 or so, that should be enough. And having these bushes nearby has been great. What are we up to? 300? Excellent. And we got enough of that. Let me make the 2 metal plates real quick. All right, that's good. I know we're going to need 1 of those. And we'll need hydrogen jelly. Let's move some stuff around. Actually, I'm going to move those real quick. There we go. Actually, there we go. That's going to give me a little boost to my protection. We do need some animal stuff, if you will. I don't have any guns on me. Where's my ship at? That way? All right. And we do need some Atlantidium. So I'm going to have to take some of these animals out. I don't want to, but we need the Mordite. Okay, got him. 12. Okay, we need more. I think we got him. Six more. How much are we up to? I think we need at least 40, if I remember correctly, so I have to get 1 more animal. All right. That should be it. That should be all we need. I'm going to get a little more ferrite because I keep remembering that we need more. I need copper as well. This looks like where my ship is located. Let's look for... we got to get star bulb as well. Do we have any nearby? was the other thing we needed? I forgot about that. Let's see. We need copper and star bulb. Sweet root. Copper at 732. Silver. We need silver too. And scanning the animals isn't really worth it for multiple reasons. We'll get into that in just a second. All right. Yeah, I don't see anything else. Subterranean organic. Okay. All right. What was that? Silver 578. That's pretty close. We may head to that one. Unknown building might be worth going to. All right, let's head this way. Get a little more oxygen along the way. We'll get to oxygen at our site too, but it's good to grab some in advance too. We're going to need a bunch of it, especially when we're making warp cells. Okay. Will this give us anything? I don't think it will. I'm going to go through it real quick. Sentinel intervention. Yeah, everything is the same. Okay. Yeah, there's no reason to hit this thing when we come here. So we've learned there's no reason to spend your time wasted there. Every site is going to be a little different. So you can probably get the same site multiple times, but every now and then you're going to run into a different site. I'm going to grab the rusted metal for now because I do need to make some more ferrite, so... Alright, we got an ion battery out of that. That was handy. And there should be... Yes, there is. Buried tech. I'll go ahead and grab that for the extra money. Alright, so what we can do is we can now build ourselves a portable refiner. I'm going to use the condensed carbon for now. We are going to need more, so I'm just going to keep my eyes out for it. And let's get that going. Okay, let's do the ship and get this out of the way real fast. Okay. Yep. Yep. It's all the same thing. So we're just kind of clicking right through this. We need the echoes. But that was the thing that we needed. We needed to complete that so that way we can get our first thing done. Because we get some nice stuff. We get the advanced mining laser, so we really need that. I'm going to put that over here. Put you here. Yeah, we don't really need that. Okay, what else we got? We got the hazmat gauntlets. We'll put that up here. Actually, I'll stick you all the way in the corner. And then, oh, okay, good. That comes in handy. We'll get extra items out of that. And we can charge this back up. Okay. Oh, it's done. Oh, go figure, right? Do we need to do anything else? Let me just see. Is there anything else in my inventory we need to change? It doesn't look like it. We can make, I think, one of these. I think we can make the... Nope, we can't make any of them yet. Duh. All right. So we need what? We need glass. So we'll need 3 of those at least. We need more Atlantidium, and we'll get some now, and chromatic metal. Silver chromatic metal and star bulb. Okay. Let's go. Let's hit this thing first. It's up to you if you want to get the these guys, you know, the diggers or not. I don't recommend it right now. You could go after a sentinel ship if you want, and that could come in handy. I'm getting some more oxygen. And let's do a quick scan on the way. I do recommend grabbing some extra sodium, okay? It's not so much for your hazard units as it is for your shields on your ship for recharging purposes. They don't give you any starship shield chargers. So you're going to want a little bit of sodium to charge them up. Even if it's only a little bit. Every little bit counts. There's some more. Oh, that's a... That yellow thing running across the ground was not stationary. My bad. I could grab that, but unfortunately I'm already here. Oh, you. Okay, let's grab that here. Alright, got some more oxygen. More sodium. And let's grab some silver. I think we only need like 30 of it. Let me check here real quick. Yeah, 30 is all we needed. Okay. And Let me think here. We definitely need to do some digging. Hold on. Let me dig into the ground for a second. There we go. We're going to get a whole bunch of silicate powder. We're going to need several hundred of this. Probably about 500-600 of it. We not only need to make the glass, but we have to deliver some to certain areas as well. So I'm going to get some. I don't know how much we have now, how much we got. 565. Okay, good. There we go. All right, that should be enough. I think we have enough. Grab a little bit more while we're here. All right. Let's go. Next, we need to find where we're going. All right, so what do we got? So we got some silver that we're at right now. Look at the plants. Let's see here. Plants right there. What do we got? We got sweet root nearby. If I can't find the other stuff that I've been looking for, there's a building. If we can't find these, and I'm trying to think as looking at the same time, and I'm doing two things at once, guys. I don't know if I can handle it. Wow, that's just silver over there. I don't see any copper. Where's the copper? All right, let's hit the building and see what it is. And we'll head in that direction. We need copper, and we need the, what do you call it? Star bulb. So if we can't see a star bulb building nearby, then I don't know why that wasn't going, but I didn't hit it in the exact right spot, apparently. Yeah. It's indicating we're in... Oh yeah, we need to grab these. We don't really need the radiant shards. We do need the Atlantidium, so we need to keep our eyes peeled. Wow, there's a lot of these guys on this planet. There we go. That's all I was trying to do. Oh, well, isn't that handy? Let's see what they got inside. Checking this just to play it safe. Yeah, you don't have anything I need. There's a bolt caster in there. We get one for free later. Let's grab the ferrite dust. Oh, we don't have enough units. Hold on a second. Sell you. All right, now we have enough. There we go. Navigation data would be great. Metal plates. Look at that. Uranium. I know we need a microprocessor. I'm pretty sure we do, don't we? I'll grab one. I don't remember if we do or not. I think we need magnetized ferrite too. And I'll grab that. Okay, that should be enough. We don't need any more metal plates. I've already got what I need. Okay, I think we're done here. All right. Grab the nanites, because having extra nanites is always handy. And let's take a quick look. Star bramble, right there. Okay, good. So and paraffinium might be needed as well. I guess we'll learn about that later. Should we hit the paraffinium first? Crap. Guess it's close enough. We'll get about 150 of it. We don't need a ton of it, but you'll notice that my life support is dropping. And we'll have to use... we'll have to use some oxygen to get myself back up to snuff on that. This is a pretty decent field of it, so I figured I'd just go ahead and hit it. much do we have? 62, let me check. We need 75. Okay, is that 75? 76. Okay, we're good. Where is our paraffinium? Copper! We found copper. I think we passed it. Silver. What happened to the paraffinium? Is it right here? It is. Okay, and there's copper right beyond it. All right, good. So we'll head this way. Now, we don't want to take a ton of it, but I've had occasions where we needed about 120 of it, possibly a little bit more. So I'm going to grab like 150 to play it safe. This is for one of the missions that Polo might send us on. So we have to plan for the what-ifs, unfortunately, because we don't know. He might want copper, he might want chromatic metal, he might want ferrite, he might want something ridiculous. So, like emerald, I don't know. So where is the copper at? All right, copper's right there. When we get here, we'll do star bulbs. We'll take a look around. There we go. Condensed carbon is definitely still needed. That reminds me, hold on, where's the food at? There. Okay, this is our copper. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like a great deposit, but if it turns out to be halfway decent, we'll get enough copper out of this to get us what we're looking for. We need about 180 to start with. We'll get as much as we can out of this deposit. Unfortunately, it does not look like a great deposit. But we do need the silicate as well, so, you know, I'll grab it. That is one thing I've noticed on this planet, is the copper deposits do not seem to be very good in most cases. But you can come across some that are really decent, so take what you can get. All right. You think that should do it? It's hard to keep track of how much you've gathered. 283. 284. Okay, that should do for now. We'll just make do with that. Though there is more here. If I can get about 300, it'd be really, really good. Because we do have to make warp cells too, so I just want to make sure we have enough. Let's see. Wow, a little more here than I thought there was. I figured we'd only get like maybe 100 or 200 of it, but we're more than I expected. You can see I'm digging into this because more and more copper's showing up, so I'm like, all right, I'll keep going, but at some point we're going to have to stop. All right, I think that should be good. Now, Jason will probably already be off the planet by now. All right, do we have any star bulb nearby that I can grab? Impulse beans, no. That's the building. Oh, that's another unknown building. What do you know? Okay, let's plant. And we did mark the plant, but unfortunately, it's not showing. So let me go to this catalog real quick. Materials. Plants. Starbulb. It is that way. Okay, good. We need to... Okay, we got 400 copper. Whoa, 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 whoa. That was close. Should be this way, right? There it is. Star bulb. Star brambles. Excuse me. Do we go into another area? Hopefully we just made back everything that we just put into it. Yeah, there's a plant that we hit. There it is. How far out is it? 200? That looks like the same building we saw before. Alright. Don't quite remember how much we needed. Okay, how much did we need? We have 102. Plenty of Atlantidium, plenty of silver, and we got enough star bulb. Okay, we only needed 100. Alright, good. Then we're done here. Let's head back to the ship. I guess nothing more for us to do here. We can... Oh, gravity inversion. Okay, well that's fine. Oh, it always hurts me when I get to the bottom. Anyway. Is there... Where's our ship at, first of all? That way. Okay, is there... There are radiant shards in between, it looks like, or possibly close by. Let me head to the other radiant shard. Radiant shards, when you put them in your refiner, will give you nanites. And we do need a couple hundred nanites at least, like 300 or 400 if we can do it. Okay. Gravity inversions are getting annoying. $400, $375. Is there any more closer by? Right in front of me. Okay. Just remember, when you exit it at a side, you have to make sure you hit your jetpack. Because if you hit the ground, it's going to hurt you and you are going to get damaged. Okay, got that. You know, you guys weren't there a moment ago and you're throwing me... These gravity inversions are everywhere. That's an animal ball. That's an animal. My ship is over there. I'm trying to head back to it. Sure you have enough juice in your jetpack just in case you get hit by one of those. Where's my ship? Did I walk right past it or something? It's over there. Okay. Ah. Oops. They only give me like 50 at a time, but every little bit counts, right? There's one at 560, 450, 300. Let's hit the one at 300, and then we'll get back to the ship. Ah! Oh my gosh. Wow. There we go. I didn't even see that. Hmm. done, done. Okay, good. Take you down. All right, back to the ship. That should be enough. And we got a couple of those over there, but those are Atlantidium. Those aren't radiant shards. Oops, right there. We got to make some glass, so let's grab the silicate. We need 3, I think, to start with. The ship, we can repair some of it. Like this, we can repair right now. So that's out of the way. And we need pure ferrite. We got the dihydrogen jelly. Okay, got 3 glass. And no. And I'm going to put the copper in there in a minute, but we want to grab the ferrite dust, right? Where is it? There you are. And we need 50 of that. Yes, and I'm actually going to adjust it down to 50 because we are limited in the space that we have in our inventory, so, you know, we don't really want to go crazy with it. Go. All right. So we can make... We need chromatic metal for all of these, right? So we need 90 chromatic. We're still waiting on that. We can at least repair the one other item in here. That's done. Let's move some stuff around. We're going to need to build that one up. We're going to need definitely that. The rockets were okay. I'm going to keep them for now, but I don't think we're really going to need them as much as we think we are. All right, do we have 90 yet? Just now. Okay, back to the starship. Okay, we got all 3 echoes. And now we should be able to make the... Hold on. There. I gotta remember to get that first before we can go any further. Okay. Let's go in here, and we need to go ahead and add these in real quick here. Okay, anything else? We got some ammunition, which we picked up somewhere. We got life support gels. That's really handy. Do we have any more? I'm actually going to change that around. Let's get rid of that. We need the Mordite, I think. I just heard it complete. Okay, another 113 of that. We need... I needed something else. Crap, and I can't remember what it is. Hold on. Oh, yes, of course. Good, 350. We'll need more. 350 nanites is what we're going to get out of that. Out of how much do we have already? 76. Okay, so that'll give me over 400 nanites. That's going to be handy. We do need more, but we're going to hold off on that. We should be able to make that one more thing, and that is the pilot signature, it says. Okay. I don't seem to have the recipe for it. Do we build it in here? No, we don't. Pilot signature. We can use a repair kit, but we don't have one. So, where's pilot signature at? We don't have the recipe. Oh, interesting. All right. I think we're done with you. Oh, we got to jump in. That's what it was. Yep. Okay, we got it. Which now we can make it. We got it. We don't have to make it, we just get one. But we have one. Pilot echo to make a pilot signature. My bad. That's what we needed the Mordite for. Okay, there we go. Now we're set. Okay. It's the hairy eyeball. Okay. Got our bolt caster. Our creature pellets. Let's Let's put the bolt caster over here, because we're going to need it later. And we got enough ammo to get by for now. Okay, we got a manifested pilot signature, so we can claim that. Anomalous transmission, we can claim that. Let's go ahead and get in here. Salvage data of 20. Okay, so we got launch fuel and we got shields. Let's put the shields in. 15 to 16, that'll work. In for knife accelerator. Okay, we'll put that in. I'm going to keep both of these. This is only slightly more powerful at the moment, but it's good to have both. And well, actually, let's group them together. I like that idea. Okay, and we got launch fuel. We got a base computer we can throw down if we need to. Research unit, which we're not going to need. And stuff that we can sell. Okay, so we're ready to go. We need more chromatic metal, so whatever we can do to get that is great. What's next? Investigate the object. Let's go. Let's go. So we're about to get into a dogfight. Hello. Okay, well, we'll be heading to the space station next. Let me see what happens here. I am curious. Will the swarms come after me? I've always been curious about this. Or do we have to head back to the swarms? I guess we're going to find out. Yep, they will follow. That's interesting. So we can jump in here. What do we get for fighting the swarms? Let me just see. Repair kits, defensive systems upgrade, and supreme bolt caster upgrades. It actually might be worth fighting them. So let me go ahead and do that. So we'll go to the space station. That'll be a good move to make. The swarms are approaching. Let's see if we get some help. Be careful, too, because you don't want to hit the space station. Okay, one down. I don't know why my aim is so far off. This makes no sense whatsoever. Positron ejector definitely would work better on these guys. Oh, great. I'm already damaged. Okay. So we're done. How much is it going to cost to repair my ship? Let me find out. Hold on. A wiring loom. Chromatic metal and sodium. That's tough. That's tough. You know what? It's better if I just pull it out. We'll get our own stuff out of it, an extra 50 chromatic metal. So that's a good idea. I'll go ahead and do that. We just need to land at the space station. That will repair everything for us. Not the broken items, of course, but it gets your shields back to normal, and if you lost any of those little ships things on there, it'll repair those as well. As you land, you're going to see it suddenly shoot up. Watch. Right now. See how it skyrocketed? See, it'll repair your ship. You're in good shape. All right, so let's get our reward. So let's take a look at these defense systems it's giving us. We got the boltcaster modules, and we got 2 defense shield modules. This is for our exosuit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take one, and I'm going to install it, but I'm going to sell the other. I'm going to make my boltcaster a little more powerful. So 1632, 1696. Okay, so we'll leave it like that. And that way we can sell one for extra nanites. We'll hit this guy. Sell shield module. We don't have any in our starship. Since we're doing our starship, what we want is we want hyperdrive modules. We have a B-class one here, and we have an infraknife accelerator module. That will come in handy as well. And we have a C-class one here. Okay, so we'll get the C-class, we'll get the B-class. So that leaves us with 624. We cannot get the infraknife module. We're just a little bit short on it, so I guess we're going to hold off on that. If we can get a positron matrix, that will come in handy. We do have an A-class infraknife. That could come in handy. It's kind of a hard choice right now. We are going to get 10,000 nanites later, so it's going to help later on, but we're not going to get into too many of those dogfights, except later on. So I'm going to hold off getting anything else. That's pretty good. It's got 2 supercharged slots right away, and you got a whole bunch of assets opened up for you. How much do they want for it? Yeah, 3 million. That's what I thought. And what was this? Is this giving us nanites? No, credits. Okay. Let me just check the other side real quick, because there's always a decent one in the space station. Yeah, this one has 1 and has a couple extra slots, and they probably want a couple million for it. $1 million. Close enough. Grab your exosuit upgrade. Put it in your... You can put it up here if you wish. I'm not going to add it to my inventory. I am going to put it up here. I just want to add some, increase some room up here that we're going to need for some upgrades later on. If you can get yourself a upgrade for your suit, definitely go underwater. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You don't want to do that. Movement module. We are 5 nanites short of a movement module. So we got, how many? We got 7 of those radiant shards. So I'm going to say you need an 8th. Get an 8th one. I don't think you get any nanites up here. I'm going to take a look around. They're probably just all credits. Navigation data, yeah. Occasionally those will give you nanites. Yeah, there's nothing up here. And you can see we're wasting time, but this is a research run. We are trying to determine what we need, where we can get it from, things like that. Any of these red things, grab them. Probably going to be credits. This one. More credits. That's just a post. Another navigation data. And probably just more credits. Yeah, we're just getting credits at this point. We're not getting anything else, so yeah, not going to work out. Let's go downstairs. We're going to sell off some things, pick up some things. We do need some chromatic metal. Let's sell off the, not the repair kits. Keep the repair kits. They're going to be handy. Salvage data. There you are. Okay, that'll give us about 1 million credits. Good. And for buying purposes, go back to exosuit. I'm going to grab some more ferrite. It's cheap enough. Might as well grab it. We already have a wiring loom. I'm going to grab a second one just in case I need it. I know that sounds weird. Oh, you can get paraffinium up here. How much is it? Okay, good. I'll remember that for the future. Uranium we can get here too. And silver. Okay, which we wouldn't be able to get anyway. Pyrite is handy. Put it in your ship. and uranium as well, 210,000. So that'll give us fuel for pulse drive and for landing, your landing thrusters. So that's great that you can get it at the computer here. I don't think we're going to need anything else from this. So do we have any more pilots here? Wow, okay, pilots are starting to come in properly now. The last couple times I've played, no pilots. They've been like one here, one there on occasion. And I'm looking for... Well, tritium will work. We've already got uranium and pyrite. We don't need the tritium. We do need tritium. Sorry. There is something I think we need tritium for. I don't remember what, but I seem to recall we do need it. I'll grab it. Come on, get out of there. Yeah, this guy that just landed, that guy's probably about to take off, so I'm going to head over to this guy. They're all haulers, so they're probably going to have the same stuff. Come on. Yeah, we don't have any chromatic metal. He does have copper. Okay, we'll grab that. Just in case we got to make chromatic metal. We got an exocraft, I mean, explorer craft over there. He has copper as well. I've got all the copper I need. Let me grab this guy. See if he carries it. They all have about the same stuff. We got that from him earlier, so yeah, that's interesting. All right, do we need to grab anything else? Consult with Specialist Polo, so we got to pull in the anomaly. And while we're there, we're going to grab some things. Do we have any more? We got nanites. We want to hang on to that for now. So getting more radiant shards might be a good idea, right? Because that'll give us the option to get more upgrades and things like that while we're at the space station. But one thing we can get is we can get the positron ejector. Yeah, he's got the same stuff. Okay. All right. So we have some copper. Shuttle we haven't tried yet. Let me just try the shuttle. There we go. Uranium, okay. Pugnium. Yeah, he has nothing we really need. Alright, we're done there. So my guess is that what we're going to have to do is... I don't know what's required of building a positron injector. And I don't think we're going to find out when we get in here. Yeah. So we'll find out in a minute. I can look it up, but it's not necessary. Okay, I'm just going through these default responses. Okay, come on in. And we have our anomaly. So you can see we're 43 minutes in. Now, some things in certain menus, things like that, we're probably not 43 minutes into the game, in-game time. I'd say 35 is probably where we're going to be at this point. But we'll see. I could be wrong. Alrighty. Go up to talk to Polo. Corrupt Dicker. Okay, and swarms. We have to go through both of these. Fragmentation. Grass site coordinates. There we go with that. Okay. Consulted with the specialist. Let's get that. Hyperdrive unit, warp cells, that's great. Go to the starship and put in our hyperdrive unit. Do that and do that. And we got 318 light years that we've been added. We do not have donuts. We do not have any warp efficiency in here. So that's going to be a problem. I am going to get rid of probably the rocket launcher soon because we need to make more room up here and we need some extra room for our ship. So any upgrades you get for your starship, add up here, okay? It's a must. Let's see if we have the nanites to get what we're looking for. We want a positron ejector on the right-hand side, 150. I just got efficient. Got to be careful. Don't automatically double-click something because you could accidentally get an upgrade you weren't intending. And I have just enough to get this now. All right. So positron ejector is definitely what we want to put in. It requires uranium, which we just picked up, and 2 wiring looms. Thank God we got them. We need magnetic resonators. We'll need 2 more to get the other upgrade in there. And they seem to work best against these guys. So I'm going to put them in now. I'm going to put the positron ejector in so we get the weapon in. We're going to uninstall the infraknife and uninstall the photon cannon. We're going to get stuff out of that, as you can see. Let's go ahead and install the other one, though we can't install it the whole way. And we'll need 1 more wiring loom and a magnetic resonator. Okay. And I don't think there's anything we can uninstall that'll give us that right away. We could probably uninstall our shield, but I'm going to keep that in here for now. We can buy it. We do have enough credits to buy it with. Okay. Unless we have repair kits. Hold on. No. It needs the technology. You can't, when you're installing it for the first time. Yes. Okay. We don't need any exosuit research. We are going to get 1 more upgrade for our exosuit. Put it up here. There we go. That's done. I don't think we need any upgrades for our multi-tool, right? We're okay there. We should be okay there. I think we're okay there. And we want to kind of hold on to the nanites for now because it just all depends upon how many nanites we're going to get. So we got phase 1 complete. Let's go to phase 2, and we got to investigate the crash site. We're going to get, let me see, ammunition, gravitino coil, force field unit, and we can uninstall that for what we're looking for. Inventory slot, repair kits. There's some upgrades that we can sell before we get to the end of number 2, because when we get down here, we're going to get 10,000 nanites, but if we can get some stuff in advance, we're in good shape. All right, we're going to hit the space station. Now, I'm thinking to myself, rather than hitting the space station first, I'm going to pull in the anomaly. So we're going to defeat the swarms. We'll go over to the space station, so we're there. We're going to defeat the swarms, and then we're going to go to the anomaly immediately. We'll do what we got to do here. We have the nanites to get what we need, and then we go to the space station. So rather than visiting the space station twice, we'll only have to visit it once. Oh, crap. Hey, that's rude. Come on, just... Those things should be a little bit better to fly between. But I could pilot better, let's be clear. How far into this? We're already an hour into this thing. Good grief. So this will probably be a little like a 2-hour episode, I guess. I'm hoping, for your sake. All right, here we are. So we're going to go back in here. I'm going to grab the wiring looms. We need 1 more to start with. So let me do that. That will get my starship going, right? And we need 3 magnetic resonators. Can we get them here? No? Okay. I'm going to get more uranium. There's not a lot. There we go. And it only costs us a little bit. And then we're going to wait for a pilot to jump in, because I know that they carried magnetic resonators. I did see at least 1 pilot that had them. So I'll add that to my list. I'm probably going to listen to my own video later and actually document everything that I needed. And I'm sure that I have one other guy that's going to listen to this and go, yeah, I did too. And here's the mistakes you made. And you know who you are. Oh, look at that little snub-nosed fighter. That's pretty cool looking. With the really wide wings. It looks a little bit ungainly. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Got copper, platinum, the hydrogen jellies. Okay. Nope. That's me. Anybody else land? We got another fighter over there. We got a fighter here. Oh, that one has a droid on it. That's pretty cool. I'll hit these guys up anyway. You know, if I get lucky, maybe one of them has chromatic metal by accident. Nope, same things. Okay, we'll hit this fighter, and it's a fighter, and you know what he's going to have, the same inventory that all the rest have. We need a magnetic resonator. Sometimes they all carry different parts, though. Looks like he has an amino chamber here. So, all right. Any other ships landing? Two left. Oh, he left too. Okay. You back away. Looks like there's a ship coming in right now. I saw a streak in the back window there. And again, this is by no means a speed run, but it is giving me a rough idea of what we're looking at as far as how much time it's going to take for me to do all this. Ah, we got 2 ships coming in. Nice. Okay. He does not have it. They all seem to have a very similar layout in regards to what they can trade, but I could swear somebody had a magnetic resonator in there. Okay, he's different. Ooh, look at that. There we are. The shuttle carries it. Maybe the second shuttle, we don't know. Okay, good. We got chromatic metal. What we can do is we can go to the terminal at the anomaly and purchase the rights to build it. So keep that in mind. We can always get the recipe for it, if you will. So there's that. Pugnium. Okay. Already hit that guy up. We didn't hit this guy up yet. I hear another ship coming in, or is he leaving? He's leaving. Okay, he's only got 2 levels. Orphinium, Aronium. Okay, he doesn't have anything we need. That's me. All right. So we cannot make a magnetic resonator, right? Don't have the recipe. Correct. So we are reliant upon buying one, so we gotta hope. So it looks like the second round of shuttle might have had the chromatic metal in it, so that's great. Good to know. If we can stick around long enough, that might be the better way to go. No, he doesn't have it either. Well, crud. Alright, so how much does it cost us to get a magnetic resonator recipe, and then we can build them? And then we have to determine what it takes to build them. So this is the 3rd round of shuttles. We remember the blue shuttle. He's different from the rest. Does he carry a different layout? Chromatic metal again. How much money do I have? I'll take it. Alright, that should be more than enough chromatic metal forever. Chromatic metal. Solar mirror. See what I mean? Sometimes these guys have different things. And then this shuttle. So the shuttles seem to be carrying chromatic metal at this time. It may change in upcoming weeks. There we go, solar mirror. The chromatic metal. We didn't need the copper after all. Hang on to the copper because we may have to spend it with Polo later on. Nope, no chamber. Okay, so nobody seems to have a magnetic resonator. Same thing. Okay, I think we're going to have to hit the anomaly one more time and check to see if they have a magnetic resonator. See how much it'll cost me to get it. And we could hit the next system, because we do have to go to the next system and check it. And we can see what the space station there holds. But let me go ahead and get the recipe first. See how much it costs, because then we'll know that we can get the positron ejector, we get the upgrade for it, and then we get the recipe for the resonator, which I'm thinking probably cost about 90 to 120 nanites. Terminal on the right, center terminal. And magnetic magnetic resonator, 250 is what it'll cost me, and I don't have the nanites for it. If I go to what's his name out there, I only get 10 extra nanites, so I can't even make them right now. But I know it'll cost me 250, so I'll remember that for future reference, that that's what we need to do. All right, so that adds more to the crystals that we need to pick up on the planet, since they turn into 50 nanites each. Now we're up to about, we need at least 8, I'd say, bare minimum. If I hadn't purchased the upgrade for the launch thrusters, I probably would have been fine. So 7 should be more than enough to get the 2 upgrades plus that. So let's go to the next system. Hello? Oh, I have to get away from the anomaly in the space station. There we go. Expedition route. So we're going this way, and we can go straight to our first location. And we'll have to dig up a swarm dude. Okay. Lots of bases on that planet. By the way, the top left one, you know, it's not there anymore. Crap. I mean, I must be on a different edition of this. One of these contains a S-class dissonant sentinel ship that you can get if you wish. I'm not going to bother with it because it takes too much time to get it in a speed run, and the benefits aren't going to be enough to outweigh the speediness of getting this done. We're fine with the ship we've got. All right, first we'll check the terminal. Do we have magnetic resonators? We do not. What we do have, though, is dioxide. Very handy for life support. Very nice. I'm going to definitely recommend coming here, though, because you may run out of enough of those gels. Starship Research, let's see what they've got here. We have an infraknife, that's okay. They do not have any more upgrades for hyperspace except for C-class. And as far as positron ejector is concerned, I see none. So getting them at the other space station would be a better idea. So I'm going to say get yourself an extra few radiant shards, probably about 3 or 4 more, an extra 200 or so, maybe more. If you can double up on them, that would be good. That would probably be good. All right, where was I? Hyperdrive. We need about 400 light years, all total. We got 413. Good. We just need just under 400. So this should do, but you see we used up 20% of our hyperdrive. Hopefully that'll be enough. We'll see what happens. We're going to get 2 more warp cores. Let's check this guy over here if he doesn't take off before I get there. Now, I'm getting all this, mind you, with the thought in mind that we're going to have another dogfight that we're going to have to do. But you can see I'm not finding any magnetic resonators. See? Recipe not known. Alright, so we need to just head for the crash site. We'll worry about this later. This place is not a great economy, as you can see. Economy is engineering and unsuccessful, so we're only going to get, like, every now and then 1 or 2 ships will show up, and that's going to be about it. They're not going to show up in the amounts that we're looking for. Now, in my research, what I'll do is I'll check nearby systems and see if there's one other system I can stop at that'll get me what I'm looking for. Chromatic metal, look at that. But he doesn't have it, so okay. Okay, so we're done here. I'm going to go ahead and head on to the next stage. Okay, where are we going? Expedition log. Okay, no problem. Yeah. So this right here, I'm going to unpin that, and we're going to leave that there. It's taking us, look, follow the yellow symbol to our very pleasant world over here. It's a dissonant world, and if you need money, it's got salvageable scrap. No, we have enough. Sorry. I was about to take out the asteroid field, but I forgot that I have uranium, and I've got sodium. No, pyrite. So we should be fine for the rest of our expedition. Yep. A lot of bases in this area, guys. Just a heads up. Be careful. Make sure your multiplayer is off. I'd say as well as PvP, but if you have multiplayer off, unless somebody's using some kind of heavy mod that's allowing them into your game anyway, you don't have to worry about PvP. And I've never heard of anybody doing that, so. Okay, so this is an approximate, I think, right? I want to say it's to the right. Over here. I think it's up here on this rise. Yeah, I'm right. And you can see that we have a, We'll come back. Ah, crap, too far. We found it, but I want to see if this place has what we're looking for. Because if it does, we can bypass the space station. I mean, the space station had the dioxide. That by itself made it worth our time going there. Oh, look, a traveler. How interesting. Like I said, makes it worth our time going there. But if this guy has what we're looking for, we don't need recipes. Let's look at the components real quick. He only has one. But we'll take it. He has glass as well. Salvage data, which we don't need. Oh, sigh. Let me see if he has a recipe for it, but I don't think he does. He just has other recipes, blueprints, if you will. Yeah, that's all he's got. Okay. So we can only get one here, and I doubt any of the ships that land here are going to have it. Like this ship here is the same one that lands at the space station. So it should have the same layout. Oh, no, it'll be different because all they'll carry is one level of stuff. Grab the gold, though. 84,000. Do we have anything to sell? I don't think we have anything to sell. No. No, we don't have anything to sell. That's worth our time. Okay. Worth a shot. I mean, we'll check the other terminal over here to see if it has anything, but I don't think it will. We have hydraulic wiring. That figures. That figures. They have the one thing that I don't need. Unbelievable. Okay. So the place that we're going is 450 units away from this place if you just want to use it. I am at this time. I'm just going to use it for my spot. Because I know it's up there. Oh, there was more there. Okay. I don't think we need any more of that. Radiant shards. And we know we need more. This will give us another 100 nanites. So we'll grab them. $223, we're almost there. Let's go ahead and use one of those. Good, 2 more over here, so that'll give us 200. Alright, 200 nanites. That should be good. And where are we here? 100 away. Condensed carbon in case we have to make more warp cells, but I don't think we do. But I just want to know that I can get it. Here it is. We made it. Before we do, that's 250. Okay. Oh, that's more Atlantidium. That's not a radiant shard. Okay. Okay. He wants to be a jerk, so I'll take a vacation real quick. Is he really not going to give up, or... Okay. Ah! Didn't see him. In case you're wondering, I'm going to go ahead and do the radiant shards now. While I can. And where are the radiant shards? All 6. That'll give us another 300. Alright, let's get this out of the way. Swarm twitches helplessly. Good. Touch the ship. We got the goop. Okay, we found a fallen swarmer. Let's go ahead and grab this. Alright, let's grab Tina coil. Put it over here. We gotta charge it up, huh? Let's use... I'm gonna use ferrite dust. I did grab a whole bunch of it. And what's this? Personal force field, which we'll sell. That'll give us another 480 nanites. So we should have plenty of nanites now. Let me move this. I was gonna move it to my starship, but I guess I don't need to. Okay, and where is the Ichor at? Is it in here? I don't have any. Okay, well, we're gonna get a bunch of Ichor from this. Before we do... carbon and 300 more nanites. All right, let's pull out the unit here. Now, pull off one of them. The good news is if you can go far enough away, 100 units would be great, but I don't think we're that far. We're going to be... There we go. Switch over to your bolt caster and start taking them out one by one. For some reason I can't reload. I have to wait for it to show up. Oh, probably because I'm right next to this, so it won't let me. One down. Got him. That's 2 down. And if you stand far enough back, they can't hit you. Now, if you really want to just have some fun, you can literally take these guys out. There, that worked. Okay, good. Got him. Alright, now we can piecemeal take this thing apart. Now, most of the pieces that you take off of this, you can take off of them in third person, but we're going to recommend doing it in first person for the most part. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Yep, I know. It's making me do this again. Succumb, resist. You don't have to take this one apart all the way. You just have to approach it and interact with it. You can pull some stuff in if you wish. So let's see, how far did we get? Disassembly. Got repair kits and more slots. Crap. 1, 2, 3. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Gonna do that there. You can pull this apart and get the rest of the stuff out of it if you wish, but I'm gonna go ahead and hold off on that. How much ichor do we have? Ick. I can't find it. There it is. Okay. Knew I was gonna find it someplace in there. Could have pulled my ship in, but I'm trying to save a little bit on the launch thruster juice right now while I can, because when I get into the speed running, I won't be able to do that. Crap. Almost made it. Okay, we got to present it to Polo, I believe, right? That's what it said. Oh, to the Atlas. Okay, so we have to head to an Atlas system, but before we do, knowing that we would have gotten some more upgrades, knowing that we would have gotten some more some more radiant shards, at least let's say 4 more of them, and been careful and not gotten the recipe for the upgrade on our launch thrusters, that would have saved us 150 nanites by itself, or 120, something like that. Maybe it was only 90, but either way, we would have had enough to do what we wanted to do. Okay. Right back here. Again. Wasting my time, I know. But we can't seem to get a recipe for it, so. And suddenly we know the magnetic resonator recipe. Did we get that for knowledge? Hang on a second. Weaver's flag. Hyperdrive warp cells. I don't see it in here. So how did I get a recipe I never purchased that they didn't actually give to you? So that's really kind of strange. I don't see it in here. Okay, well, interesting. Suddenly we have the recipe for it. We need ionized cobalt, so I need 120 cobalt. All right. And what was the other item, just out of curiosity? Magnetized ferrite, so we need 120 of that. How much do we have? Ferrite, silver, paraffinium, we have 133. Okay. Well, we needed 80. We need 80 now, but still. That's very, very interesting. So we ended up with a recipe we didn't actually seem to get as a reward. Is it because we bought one that we got the recipe for it? I'm just checking to see what other recipes we don't. We do not have another one. There's another one that is in here. Let's say the... Okay. We went to the system. Let's go to the Atlas system, I guess. We need... Nah, we gotta hit the space station. Crap. Okay, let's hit the space station. Because I need more cobalt, and I could hit a cave, but I know that I can get it at the space station, so... Very interesting. I got a recipe without actually purchasing it, and not without actually being rewarded it. So I'm going to have to check that out. I'm going to have to look very carefully into that and see when it actually happened, because I don't remember anything popping up. And I'm pretty sure I haven't interacted with anything that gave it to me. I may have to go back in my own video and look, see what happened. But somehow I suddenly have it. And the reason I asked what else I haven't purchased is because, is it when I purchased it from that vendor on the planet at the archive? that I suddenly had the recipe once you purchase it. And if that's the case, is that a new thing? That once you purchase something that you don't have the recipe for, you automatically have the recipe. Very interesting concept. Let's purchase something different, shall we? So we need the cobalt. Let me get that first. I need 80 of it. I don't need 120. And I don't think there was ionized in here, was there? No, there's not. Okay. There. Oh, crap. We need 80 ionized, right? Just purchase all of it, Paul. There. I got another 80. That's fine. Okay. Now we need to land somewhere that I can put down the unit in order to be able to get it. Was there something else in there that we don't have a recipe for? Let me take a look at that. Turn off my light. Let's see. Well, we don't have magnet gold. How much is it? 40,000? No, we don't have the recipe for it. Very interesting, right? That was the whole purpose behind my just purchasing that, to see if maybe we would suddenly get a recipe for it. Since a pilot landed, I am going to check with the pilot just to see before I go making any. No, he doesn't have any. Okay. That's fine. We have to go to the Atlas system. I'd love to have the positron matrix to do this with. Is there a planet nearby I can land at real quick to get this done? Which we would have done much, much earlier. So ionized cobalt will have to be something I need to write down. I see what looks like a building. Oh, perfect. Trading outpost. We'll check the terminal. We'll check the trade terminal real fast just to see. I don't think they'll have it, but I just want to check it. And we could sit here and wait for pilots, but yeah, see hydraulic wiring. Let's get one and see what happens. Do we have the ability to build those now? We do not. Okay. I don't know how I got it. I don't remember purchasing it. I could be wrong, but let me make our ionized cobalt. There you are. Wow. So that's kind of a pain in the neck to have to go through all that to make this. Though, if we knew it in advance, we could grab some cobalt off the first planet. So knowing we're going to need 100, well, let me think, 180, so... So we need 40 each, 4, 8, 12, so 240 cobalt is what we would have needed. There we go. And now on the starship, we can go ahead and fix this. Alright, so now we have this, which is doing the same amount of damage, but in reality, it's going to do more because it's going to hit more of them at the same time, rather than us shooting blindly at everything. So it should help out a little bit. Alright, so we got a decent weapon. Let's go ahead and get going. Time to go to the next system. So we've already learned a couple things that we can do to make this faster. Current mission is going to take us over here. This is exactly 397 light years. That's why you need about a 400 light year range. Okay. I don't know how much we needed for the Atlas. I don't know if we just have to represent 1 to him or 100 to him. But we do have 279, 383 all total. Okay? That was weird. Okay, and while you're here, these 2 posts to either side, make sure you grab the warp cells from them. There you go. And now let's talk. Present the sample. 16 is all you needed. Okay, and we should kick out, right? No. We have to leave. So we've communed. And one of the things we get is we get a Starship Shield module, so we're going to put that in here. I'm too far away from my ship. Unbelievable. Didn't I say that on my stream, I think? I'm still too far away. About time. There we go. Just moving everything over real quick, because this is a bunch of stuff that we really don't need to have in our inventory. So we got a personal force field we can sell. We've got the prepackaged Q resonator, which we're never going to use, and the infraknife module, which is an upgrade for it that we're not going to use. So we are going to use the shield, though. So we have currently 372 light years with this. I need to move some stuff out of the way. There we go. 432 now. And then the shield, which is boosting us up to 219. It's not enough of a difference to make any difference, so I'll leave it there. All right, we're ready to go. So our positron ejector is ready. Let's see how we do. Now the thing is that we really don't have to fight here. We just need to spend some time. And we're going to head out to the periphery. Ouch. You see, we're doing absolutely no damage, right? See? 0 damage is what we're doing there. So we're going to head out. Oh, I want to see it. Okay, nothing. All right. Atlas integrity. Yeah, that seemed to do much, much better. 70, 69, 68. Gone. Look at that. See what I mean? Very good. 3 shots to take them out. Uh-oh. Atlas is gone. 9%. Okay, one more shot with them. They're gone. They're gone. And there it is. We should be getting booted right about now. There we go. I think we got them too. Good deal. So we can fight them as we go, but it takes a little time for that to take out the Atlas. So while our clock is running, even though our clock's running right now, something's going on, right? And in the background, and the game timer has stopped. Still dark. The music's changed. I still don't see anything. I wonder if we've caught a glitch here. No, there's game audio in there still, but nothing going on for me. Whoa, okay, that was weird. Oh, wow, that was weird. Usually I'm able to walk around in there. That's a bit of a glitch in there, then. That's okay. There we go. And we'll have to do the hello world thing again. Is it first, is it last? We're just going to choose first or whatever on the left-hand side this time. That's going to call me a weaver. And there we go. Then we start over. Not bad. So we're learning something as we go. This is the best part about this, is the fact that I'm able to play it again and record it and show it to you guys as well, and show you how this can be done. For those of you who haven't played it yet, at this point, it is almost a very strange thing if you haven't played it yet. But that's okay. That's okay. You all might be waiting to see when that particular milestone in Phase 3 is fixed. And I have to say that positron ejector was very, very handy. Wish I had it earlier. But is it worth getting? That's the thing. And now I have to consider the fact, is it worth getting for me at this point? Now, our ship is over there. Should we just dig through this? You know what? I think I'm going to do that. Hang on. All right. Is it worth going around the entire mountain? I'm just checking this real quick, because we do need the silicate, right? And we're getting hundreds of it, obviously. I think it's easier to go through, and you can get the silicate. We got 700 silicate because of it. If you need more oxygen, plenty of those plants on this planet. Plus, you stay out of the weather. There we go. Oh, yeah, these guys. They won't attack me, but they're pretty interesting. You run across these bases that people set up, and you find it annoying because you can't do anything. Continue, take a picture, and they're gone. And that should allow you to pick up things like the technology module under the ground here. And there should be, is there an oxygen patch nearby? I don't know if there is one here. Yeah, there it is. It just happens to be floating in the air. So you get another additional 80, 90 in this case. Don't worry about the ball, just ignore it. We get anything? Okay, nanites. Projectile. Okay. And a microprocessor. Okay. Nothing special going on there. Back to our ship. We're going to probably have a, little segue here. Ask what they mean. No reply. And we should be done with Emperor of Glass, which will get a storage augment from it. I recommend making sure you get it when you're at your ship, because then you can install it. Otherwise, you got to hit a space station to do it, Oh, crap. It won't do it here. You have to hit a space station anyway? Well, crap. Okay, well, that takes care of that problem. There's your 10,000 nanites. So you can upgrade to your heart's content now. Now, I don't know how many battles we're going to get into. I know that we can sell these off, but we got plenty of nanites now. Let's go ahead and take off. Consult with Specialist Polo. In space, we're going to pull in the anomaly. But where is the space station first? Now, are there any upgrades we need from the space station? Probably not. At this point, I think we're pretty much done. We can probably add upgrades to our multi-tool, but I don't see any reason to do so. The only thing I need from here is probably going to be just to widen out our spaceship's technology area so we can install more things, because I want some upgrades for the positron ejector. It'll make the fights in space to be a little bit faster, but at the same time, if the 3 missions we get during the speed run have nothing to do with fighting them in space, then it becomes useless to me. So let me go ahead and upgrade, apply, and I'm going to put them up here. Oh, my shield got damaged. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. And we're going to put 2 more down here. There we go. So I need a wiring loom. I didn't realize it got damaged. I must have missed that during the fight. Let's go ahead and grab one. There we go, and we can go ahead and repair that real quick. There we go. How's our... Okay, that's doing pretty good. Let me grab just one of these. Okay, good. That gives us enough of boost. And you can see we got the personal force field. We're going to take all those and sell those with everything else that we've got. And we're going to go get the space vendor and ship vendor, pardon me. Space vendor. Yes, we need some space. We're going to sell first, Infraknife, and all 3 of those. Is there anything else? No, we don't. Leave it on there. And do we have a positron ejector upgrade? Positron module. Excellent. Okay, we got one of those. If there's an A-class one, that would be better. Then I can grab one of each. We have a Starship Shield module. And an A-class hyperspace module. So I'll go ahead and grab the A-class. Maybe I can get rid of some of the stuff I've got. Pulse engine module, very handy. We got so many nanites we can spend. Okay, good. And they're all in the Starship, right where I need them. Let me see here. Hold on. There. Pulse drive. Hyperspace will give us a little more boost, and this is going to give us, hopefully, efficiency. It does. 171... 89.91. We'll get rid of this one. Let me see here. Hold on. Need to put that in there. Okay. Not a lot of room still. Shield. That'll boost our shields up to 241. We'd like it to be higher, but that's okay. Positron ejector will get us up to 3D127, 2804. Okay, so it's better over here. And our hyperdrive range is at 523. Okay, good. So any more upgrades, we can add them in. Yeah, really, we don't really have to worry about all the room. That's 499. That's okay. We don't have to go that many light years. 506. Really laid out like that, it even gives me 506. All right, I'll leave it there. That'll give us more room to put an upgrade here. And as far as shields, what are we at? 241, 238, 239, 240. Well, why don't we put it over here? 240.9. How interesting. By the weird arrangement that we've got, we still got more. 3127. That's probably going to be the same. Yeah, okay, so it drops as soon as we do that. All right, so if we can get one more upgrade for this, we'll be in good shape. So that just tells us how we can lay things out. This gives me the opportunity of putting another upgrade for this in here, because sooner or later we are going to get it. Unbelievable. I'm just curious if we line all these out. It's even better like that. Go figure. Okay, good. We will leave it like that. That's good. Put these in our ship. Do we have any sodium? We got plenty. All right. Batteries down here. This is one of the few times I can actually do this, so, you know. All right, good. There we go. Just want to get rid of those, give myself a little bit extra in there. Did we have what we needed in here? I'm just out of curiosity here. I didn't notice if they had yeah, they don't. Okay. All right, that's it. So we got to go talk to Polo. Let's go ahead and do that. Darth Herder Major. I love it. Nice Star Wars reference there, guys. There we go. And you see that this is now here. And yes, it does have a ring. Some folks have asked if that's new, and the answer is yes. There's the prismatic core increases in power. That's what we get. So we're going to talk to Polo. Describe the glass. That's what they're building. Or... okay, say goodbye. Okay, we have to inspect it. And there we go. And as you can see, the weavers are in here, and it says that there's a lot, they're a lot closer to how many weavers there are now. You notice that the disparity is only about 120 off now. It was significantly higher than that. And as far as sages, they're still falling, they're still further behind, but not by much. They're 200, about 400 behind them, and you're only 120 behind us, so that's not bad, which means we ought to see these two numbers start getting closer together. So right now they're 40,000 apart, and these are only 15,000 apart. So not bad. It's becoming a lot closer. And the percentage of construction at this point is 24%. This is on Saturday the 6th. So not bad. Within a week and a half, we hit 25%, so I'm pretty good about that. So what we got to do is we got to do this. We got to fallen swarmers, disassemble one. We have to detect above and recover fallen swarmers before... okay, we got to recover parts on the planet. Okay, good. And... retrieve valuable swarm data for its neural network. Okay, good. Okay, so I'm probably going to do one of these. I just want to see what happens. Do we get a reward? Yes, we do. So the reward is, and now we're in this one, headquarters. We count our experience. We get some banned stuff that we can put in our ship. We're going to go ahead and get the reward, which is the flight pack and the multi-tool. So if we want the multi-tool, we've got advanced mining laser, optical drill, which is always very handy. It even has a terrain manipulator and a mining beam, and it's even got the bolt caster upgrades. So we go ahead and take this for free and go down here. We're on this one. We got to engage in a purge mission. Okay, so we have to do our missions. Let's move this over to my ship. Okay, there we go. And everything got rearranged. Well, I thought these were down here. That's interesting. Okay, anyway. Launch thrusters. We gotta move this out of the way. Impulse drive, watch maneuverability. 454, doesn't make a difference where I put it, so that's fine. And then hyperdrive can go right here. How much is it? Just gives us efficiency, and that's it. And we've already got efficiency, so we're going to uninstall it and get us another wiring loom for repairs. We have more chromatic metal. Very nice. Let's just go ahead and get everything charged back up. Good deal. And we are ready to go. Okay. So let's go ahead and do what we need to do. Start getting these done. So we need to do the purge first. So let's do this one. Now I predict that I can knock on that time up above, I can at least knock a half hour off of that. Bare minimum. I can get the main time down to an hour easily. And if we come back to this system with Nerf Herder in it, we know we can get a positron ejector upgrade, S-Class upgrade for it. So, we'll be looking into that. Okay, where to? Looks like right there. And this is a system I think we've already been in. Maybe not. Nope, it's on another planet. Nope, nope, it's here. It's here. Okay. Alright, where are we? So the wreckage is here. Alright, so you see the wreckage there, right? What I recommend is go over here and land. And we should be about 100 units away. 91. Okay, that's fine. Pull out your gravitino coil. Oh, I don't have it. Ha 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 ha. Hold on. Switch over to the other multi-tool. And let's pull some stuff out. Hold on. So we need the gravitino coil. What other things do we need out of here? We could use these S-Class upgrades. And we can use this S-Class upgrade. And anything else we need? Nope, we don't. Okay. Switch back over. This gives us an opportunity to move some stuff around too. And we got a supercharged slot right here and another one over here. So I'm going to put this here. I don't think we're going to need that. I would like to have my bolt caster in there. And here. There we go. There. $28.91 is what we get out of that. Whoops. Still $28.91. $29.53, so that's good. Gravitino coil we'll put over here. Alright, let me just check something here real quick. $28.43, $29.81. Okay. $3,400, $3,500. Nice. Okay, so this one's a better upgrade to put in there right now. So, 3,500 power is what we got on this. Let's go ahead and recharge our buddy over here. And let's grab a piece. There, right there. When you absorb it like that, you get more corrupted ichor, and I recommend grabbing it for now. We're not going to know what it's for until later. Bolt caster. Let's get a little closer, and then we're going to start taking these guys out. Right? Well, I think there's 5 of them. I can't be certain. He's gone. Two gone. Three gone. Four gone. And I think there might be one more in here. But I don't mind getting a little closer to take him on. There is not. Okay, good. Whoa, crap. check at the bottom right, we're up to 2. 3. 4. 1 down there. I don't see any. Okay, we probably got some inside. Hold on. Jump over here. Five. Six. Should be 1 more. Now, if you can't get this one in here, go to first person and you'll be able to get it out of there better. Okay, that's it. And we're done. So purge is done. Now, you can do this. I'm going to show you this real quick. You can go here. Let's go ahead and get our reward. Flight assist override unit. That's actually pretty good. Hold on. Definitely want to put that in here. What's our maneuverability? 525. 526. Not bad. And these are scatter blaster upgrades, which come in handy. I'm not putting them in. What you can do is go in here and go to log. Undertake a restore mission. Okay, so we can't choose it down here. We are going to have to go back to the anomaly. I was wondering about that because you can usually do it without going to the anomaly. But in this case, we'll have to go to the anomaly each time. So that's good to know. The first 3 times we do the missions, we're going to have to go to the anomaly, and since it's only 3 times we'll do it, but it's going to become part of our routine to do so. All right, very good. And we're coming up on 2 hours. I was hoping to be done with it by now, but we should be almost there, guys. A little beyond 2 hours to get this done so far. Okay, select. We need to do a sweeper, research. Which one does it want us to do? Undertake a restore mission. Sweeper, research. We do not have a restore mission. So I guess what we'll have to do is do one of these. Oh my gosh, if this is what I think it is, and it's literally wanting us to do a restore mission, we are going to be in trouble, because then we won't be able to do the mission it's telling us to do, which means we can't complete that milestone. And we will have to get all the way to phase 3 before we find out we have to throw this entire speedrun away. Possibly an hour into your run. Very interesting, isn't it? Do not go near that guy. Go where it tells you to go instead. What system are we in? Okay. Just checking. So again, this is going to be very, very interesting. Wow, okay, this is further away than I thought. Good grief. I'm almost thinking it might be worth spending some nanites on that one upgrade that you can get in the space station. That will allow you to, for your pulse drive at the anomaly. That's not the space station, the anomaly. That'll get you faster pulse ability. Because this took a long time to get where we need to go. Alright, so we're going to have to do this again. Or do we just approach it? Hold on, let me check. Alright, microprocessor. We need 3 carbon nanotubes and 2 glass. That's what I thought. That's what this one is. get the glass going. Carbon nanotubes. Yeah, well, can we pick this up anymore? Hold on. Oh, allow us to pick it up now. That's good. Alright, I was hoping they'd fix that. Undertook a sabotage mission. Okay, we're all done there. Now, my question is, did that get our milestone further? So we got the sabotage, but you see we didn't get the restore. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that's going to be a problem, guys. So now I'm seeing that we may not be able to speedrun this. If they're not going to give us the required missions in the anomaly to progress in the milestones, then we can't speedrun this. Because then I have to wait until the 8-hour mark is up. In this case, it's at 12 noon, 8 p.m., and 4 a.m. my time, Eastern Standard Time, is every time the... it's not the anomaly, it is the prismatic core, I guess we'll call it, resets. So let me see what happens if I do the third one. So this is going to be disappointing. If this is what it turns out, if this counts, that's great. But I get the feeling it's looking specifically for a restore mission. And if the restore mission doesn't exist, you don't complete the milestone. Well, in case you're wondering, I am correct about that pulse drive upgrade. If you can get the pulse drive upgrade from the anomaly, you will go significantly faster with your pulse drive. So there may be a reason to get that while we're there getting the positron ejector to get the upgrade for our pulse drive. So, you know, again, more radiant shards to gather at the beginning. I think my brain is up to about 12 to 15 of them at this point. The more we can get, the better is basically what it boils down to. Going straight to the ship, I think, is a good option, because you can get everything started, you can get the advanced mining laser immediately, and then you can just move. This might just be taking care of something over here. No, it just wanted us to land here. This isn't it. Okay, hold on a second. Now, this is a good test. We've had an update. Yeah, we have to get the embedded swarm debris. All right, we have an update. This one's 211. So I'm going to test something out. We're at 0 of 4 right now. Let me go ahead and dig this one up, of course. But let me switch my multi-tool from the terrain manipulator over to something else, because supposedly they fixed that issue, that was a bug. Okay. 1 of 4. So let me change. Let me gather something real quick. Go back to my manipulator. Okay, good. So you see it's still at 104. 1 of 4. Good. That problem's fixed. That takes care of a lot of issues for us. My next test when I do this, if this counts by the way, is going to be, do I land, if I can land someplace else on the planet? Do I have to land at this exact spot and dig up buried swarm debris, or can I just land anywhere I want? There we go. Looks like there's 2 over here. There's actually, like I said, 2 really close by to each other. So we should be able to hit the other 2 real quick that we need. Okay, this one. And this one. And you don't have to dig down to get them. Okay, it's completed. Ah, see? It did count. Good. Phew, man, that was going to be disappointing otherwise, I tell you what. So they counted it. They counted it. All right, good, 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 good. There it goes. Okay, great. Oh, we get upgrades? Okay, let me go ahead and put that in here now. And we get all kinds of deflectors that we can put into our person. What is this? Cargo scan deflector. Okay, yeah, we don't need that. I am going to get rid of the counterfeit circuits. They cost a lot of money, but, you know, honestly, is it worth the errors that we're going to get? This gives us 20% increases to our hazard protection, 21% of each. So handy on those planets later on. You can do that if you want, but if we're doing a speed run, once we've gotten to this point, we're done. So what we should do is get a stopping point. So for this has got to reach 100%. Once it's, oh, you see it just went up to 25. That's fantastic. We're at 25% now, so we did do it. That's fantastic. And we can do the track swarm activity, and you can choose these at any point in time. You'll see I've got 2 hours to go, so you know about what time it is when I'm recording this. And we are still at less than 100 weavers ahead of the Royals. And these guys are, what, 500 behind? Not quite, 450. And you see the numbers are getting closer. This is 2,100. We're just about at 2,100,000, and they're at 2,057,000. So they are 43,000 behind, 42,000 behind, and these guys are only 16,000 behind. So not bad. It's really evened out quite a bit. I'm glad you got a chance to see that. There you go. So we are done with this. I'm going to go ahead and stop the timer here in just a moment. And we have a restore point. Okay. Stop the timer. Let's get out to the main menu. And we'll check it real quick. All right. So that's an hour and 28 minutes is what we've done so far. I can guarantee you I can knock a half hour off of this. So I will be practicing this. I just wanted to show you guys so far what you can do with this. I obviously grabbed way more items than I needed. I know that Sonalita is saying, you know, at this particular point, you're probably going to be criticizing how many things I grabbed. It's good to know where I could grab these things. Okay, it's good to know that if I go to that first space station and I wait around for the second round of ships to pop up, I can start picking up chromatic metal. So therefore, I'm only going to need the, how many was it need? You needed 90, so 180 copper, bare minimum, just to get what we needed, and then we're done. We don't need any more chromatic metal, and we can pick some up in the space anomaly, or the space station. So that's good to know. So we really did learn a lot here, and it's good to know that it's going to count the 3 tasks that you need to do as the 3 milestones to be completed inside phase 3. Thank heavens for that. So it looks like we are going to be on for a speed run here in just a few more weeks. So we figure 6 weeks is what it'll take to get this to 100%, and we will have 2 weeks left in order to get it done. We've already got a week and a half now, another week and a half to get us up to 50%, and then 3 more weeks to get us up to 100, and we'll be ready to go. And at that point, we're going to start the speed runs. So looking forward to showing you guys that. I have a feeling that others are going to get their speed runs in first. I think Jason will probably get his in. Zane always does a run on Sundays. So I expect that when we hit 100% on some Saturday at some point or early Sunday, Zane will be jumping in and doing his first speed run. And then you're going to see Jason probably follow suit either on Monday or Wednesday, something like that. So I'm looking forward to that. I don't have any clue when Delta would jump in to do it. So we will see. We will see. Guys, thank you all for watching this. I appreciate you being here. 07 to all of you. Please hit the like, hit the sub. And if you have questions, definitely comments, backseat driving, drop them into the comments section, and we're going to go ahead and talk about this. This has been released on a Sunday for you guys, so I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you again next time. Take care, everybody.